Well, here's an interesting map. This is from 9 years ago, and it is the newspaper reporting the map of election results after the 2010 general election. So this is one where Gordon Brown was still a major feature of British politics. Cameron won his first coalition government majority, and this was the first Conservative government since 1990. Well, the actual victory that brought Major into power was back in 1992. So this was a long time in coming, 18 years since the last Tory victory. Look at the number of seats which are rural and red. These are seats held by the Labour Party, a ton of seats in Scotland, the western parts of north-western England, rural areas around the northeast, South Yorkshire, the northeast of Wales, Ynys Môn, a Sea of the Valleys seats in South Wales, and then dotted around you've got red towns, all sorts of towns in the rest of the Midlands and southern England. In the conurbations, areas on the outskirts of the metropolitan areas such as South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and Greater Manchester, these are also red. Now, the results now are radically different. All these areas that were red, rural areas, small towns in Scotland, Northern England, are now very often either Scottish National Party or blue. This is the 2019 map. The Liberal Democrats have been stripped out of most of their rural areas, with, I mean, the sole exceptions are Westmoreland, Caithness, Orkneys. They, I think, took a gain as well in Eastern Fife. We've got very few Liberal Democrat seats in the southwest, unlike before. But the main striking difference is how small the red areas are. Labour is no longer represented in seats in the northeast rural areas of England, the western parts of the north, the northwestern parts of the northwest, rural areas on the edge of the South Yorkshire conurbation, here and here. West Yorkshire, they lost 4 seats to the Conservatives on the more rural areas of West Yorkshire. These countryside seats that were previously held by Liberal Democrats and some Labour, they have gone Tory. The whole thing is a sea of blue, which only exaggerates visually the shock of the effect of the 2019 general election. Many of the gains that the Tories have taken are off previously Labour voting small towns and rural areas, which means that the left has ceased to speak for those sorts of places. It is now much more confined to metropolitan heartlands in the various big cities, some smaller cities, but not towns so much. And those are often at the hub of university districts, areas where there are a lot of young people. The vast bulk of small town Britain is no longer, it would appear, listening to Labour.